In today's Q&A question, do I need cable management for my new standing desk? Hey guys, Greg with BTOD TV and BTOD.com. Today's Q&A question, where we take a closer look at if you need cable management for your standing desk, is an awesome question. And if you don't have a standing desk, it's probably something that you're not too familiar with. But the truth is that you probably do. Now, before we go ahead and jump into the more specific and in-depth answer, I want to remind everybody, if you have any questions at all related to the office furniture category, please send them to our direct message at Instagram. Again, that's BTOD TV at Instagram, where we'll go ahead and answer them here on YouTube as quickly as we can. Now, do you need cable management at a standing desk? Number one, I think you absolutely do. And this really comes down to a couple different reasons. I mean, if you think about a standing desk, and if you're looking at one, you don't currently own one, they're very minimalist, meaning there isn't a lot to them. You a lot of times have two legs, you've got the 2 feet, and then you've got a surface that goes across the top, and there's a little bit of frame structure underneath. And sometimes you might have, like with our desk, we have cross supports that run between the legs to create additional stability. There isn't a lot there to hide wires. Now, if we look at a more traditional desk, a lot of times they'll have a full modesty panel in the back, maybe a 3/4 modesty panel in the back. Regardless, they'll be pushed up against the wall. They'll be able to sort of hide a lot of the wires that you would normally see hanging from a standing desk, because there is almost a fully enclosed desk structure. The actual base of the desk has some structure to it, which allows you to hide a lot of these wires out of sight, out of mind. Now, with an electric standing desk, you don't get this. You don't have a fully enclosed structure. Again, they're very minimalist. So if you're someone, number one, that just absolutely hates to see a rat's nest every time you're working, then you're probably going to want to look at some type of cable management system to really tidy up these wires, because there's no way to get rid of this. I mean, they are rat's nests. We'll show a couple pictures here of what it kind of looks like, but it's an eyesore. And if you are working in a shared work environment, it's going to be crazy. It won't look very good, very clean. So, do you need cable management for your standing desk? Yes, I believe so. But it's not just from an aesthetic standpoint, though, too. We have to think about what happens with our desk when we move it from a sitting height to a standing height. You're going to be naturally pulling on these cables. And if they're all sort of intertwined and mixed together, how are they pulling? Are they pulling things up off the floor? Like with our VertDesk V3 and New Heights XT products, these are using a gyro technology. And what happens is the gyro is triggered off of motion in an opposite direction of the actual motion of the desk. So if we're moving our desk up and we're pulling down on some type of power strip or power supply from all the weight, it's going to trigger the collision avoidance. You'll see this with other products that have the accelerometers. I know like Uplift Desk and Fully products are now including an accelerometer in there. These types of things, when pulling in an opposite direction of the desk's movement, will actually trigger collision avoidance and make the desk sort of stop its motion and then reverse course, because it thinks it's running into something. So number one, it looks better. And number two, it's going to help the desk function a little bit better. And then number three, think about all of the products that you have attached to your desk, whether it's a monitor arm, a CPU holder, anything that's tied to these cables. If you're pulling on the cables when the desk is moving, you have the opportunity to really pull the cables out of the back of the computer, out of the back of the monitor, pull things off your desk like your phone, lamps, things like that. That can really be a nuisance if you're not doing a good job keeping your wires nice and tidy. So there's three major reasons that I think that you should consider cable management, and we all have it here at BTOD.com. And of course, it's in an open office environment, so I think it's very important here. But if you're at home, like I have a desk at home, I think it's also something that you should consider. Now, if you have questions on cable management or this video specifically, please drop them down in the comments section below. And if you have any other questions in the office furniture category at all, don't forget to send them to our direct message at Instagram, BTOD TV at Instagram. Thanks a lot for watching.